Welcome home, baby.
Corn Warriors is presented by Pivot Bio.
Welcome to the 2022 Farm Science Review here in London, Ohio. I'm Corey Atlee, walking around trying to check out different places. And the first stop here is with Groundwork BioAg. Here with John and Amanda. Wanted to catch up with you guys. See the Rutella X and F here, both of which that we've used on the farm. We've had great success with. Just wanted to catch up with you guys and see what you guys seen this year so far.
You know, Corey, we've seen a lot of improvement on guys saying, hey, we want to try a biological this year. We've seen increased sales numbers, whether it's the F or it's the X, either one. We've got a lot of options out there for guys, and it's just been really improving. And I think education's been a big part. Wouldn't you say, Amanda?
Absolutely. The last couple farm shows we have been at, and even here so far this week, we have had a lot of people knowing about mycorrhiza, asking those good questions. So it's refreshing to know that that word is out there, that mycorrhiza word is out there.
Well, that brings me to my next point. So maybe some people that missed the episode last year, let's talk about the education values. What is Rutella X and F in these different products? What is a mycorrhiza? Why would I need it on my farm?
Mycorrhiza fungi is a beneficial fungi that's working in symbiotic relationship with that plant and the roots in order to help bring in phosphorus to the plant. We're really good at mitigating stress. You're looking at that phosphorus uptake that's coming from that unavailable phosphorus that's currently there, as well as when you're adding additional. It's just the X and F are two different formulations. Amanda can talk a little bit about.
So our X is our seed treatment product. And it goes right into your seed treater so that the product is right on your seed. This is our Rutella X. It has 2 strains of mycorrhiza in it, Glomos enteratices and Glomos mosaic. What we want to do with both of our products, the F and the X, is we want 1 million propagals per acre. This is our Rutella F. It is a planter box formulation. Goes right into your planter and you're set to go.
It has a clay carrier with it. It is OMRI certified, so an eco-cert, so we're covered in those directions on those for those guys that are saying, hey, can I use it or can I not use it? Not all biologicals are the same. That's the big thing that we're finding that guys are finally learning. Propagule count matters in mycorrhiza, and then it matters what kind.
Now, is this safe to put in with liquid fertilizer? Let's say I'm using in furrow or 2x2, and this is going to be on the seed. Will everything be safe?
Yes.
We're finding with that, you can put it on the seed, but if guys do put it in fertilizer, we're doing a lot more trials with that in furrow. Our main preferred method is obviously on the seed, as Amanda said, but the in furrow is something that's coming down the line because guys have that option.
Now, we've been asking around the farm show today, do you guys have anything new that's coming down the pipeline?
We do. This is our Rutella LB, which is liquid with mycorrhiza with bacteria in it. We also just have Rutella L, which I do not have a bottle of that here with us. But this can go in furrow or as seed treatment. And we started trials this year out on farms to see what we can get back. And hopefully we'll have this available in spring of 2023.
Well, that's interesting. That's something that me personally, I am looking forward to trying this year, or it's coming up spring. So mycorrhiza, liquid form, going in furrow, correct?
Going in furrow and or the seed treatment.
And or seed treatment.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, thank you guys for your time.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you for all your
Corey.
help.
So this is the new Raptor strip till. What I like too is there's a lot of guys out there that are wanting these just to freshen their row, if you will, or not even putting fertility in just before they go. And they got a 3-mount quick option. How many rows is this, 12?
Yes. Yep.
12.
Well, the big thing that I like, boy, this is well built, heavy duty. You're going to be able to, it's got the mold knife chain on it. So you're going to be able to break compaction right underneath in that strip till. That's the one thing that I like, and I don't know, maybe they have a disc option if you're in a no-till, like a true no-till situation. But for me, something that I'm looking for, I can't wait for them to come out with this in a 20-inch row, because I'm really wanting to go to strip till. I really like the job this Raptor did. I was out at Farm Progress, got to see it firsthand. And I tell you what, the furrow that they leave, the nice prep, I mean, I was really impressed with this. So I'm looking forward to this coming out in a 20-inch row.
Well, I was kind of interested in how these ran. I'd never seen this style really run. When I first saw it, then up here, I was curious to see how they ran. But they left a nice furrow.
That's the old chicken foot spike.
Yep.
So, you know, that's really going to help when the conditions are a little wet. Maybe, you know, it's not as perfect conditions. Really going to let it ride, break it up better.
Cool.
So you don't have those big clumps of dirt sitting there on top. It's going to really close that furrow and leave a nice soft bed for when you come back to plant, it's ready to go.
Very cool. Very cool, yeah. And as always, Unverferth is like a staple in grain carts. I mean, see the grain carts all over. But this is just the one I wanted to see.
Yeah, that's hopefully one day we got one of these sitting on our farm. Here at Advanced Yield, we're not only just a consulting company, but starting in 2021, we are now offering a full lineup of select crop inputs. A lot of good foliar feeding options with a bunch of stress relievers. Anything that has been tested and proven on our farm is now offered to you at a great low price. No middleman, it's just a simple call and ship directly to you. For the farmer, by a farmer. Unleash your crop's potential. Visit online or give me a call today.
Yeah, we're ready to roll.
Look good, best friend. Love you.
My arms are like burning.
See you
That's all
soon.
right, guys. Don't worry, I'll keep working.
Okay.
Wax on, wax off.
Around here, what limits us so much is the irrigation. Like it is so much work. One of my friends, we were out one night and phone went off and he got this like deer in the headlight look. He crashed two of his pivots together. All right, so it's September 12th here. We're just doing a little pre-harvest scouting. Just kind of checking some standability and kind of moisture of the corn, what things are looking like. I got my good friend here, Tony Fast, and Nacho and Tim. They're gonna give me a little advice here, maybe how to bump things up a little more. So.
Just got some weird looking weed around this corn.
Yeah, we do. I probably should harvest it here real soon or something.
Talk to these guys. I'm not a corn farmer.
Yeah, we're in some of the Concept Agritech products, a bunch of bugs. Well, I used four of them. So far, been really happy with it. So this field had still got some damage, but a little less damage than the field we were just at. This is a 117-day hybrid. But again, we're on our second pivot on this field, so we've had our struggles here too. So this field is the field that you guys had the GoPro on when they were putting fungicide on it. Gotcha. The field we were in before was done with a pivot, and you see how you could just see more disease in it. Yeah. It was also hit worse with hail, so probably not the fairest test, but I would definitely say the pivot fungicide is just a kind of a step down.
Sure. Well, it saves you an application pass with the sprayer and cost there, but it probably doesn't pay for the bill.
The
difference.
Yeah, right. Because I think of a Haggy or an airplane or something, you're looking anywhere that $9 to $10 range, an acre. But I mean
that's a bushel or a bushel
and a half. And I mean, you just look at these leaves. This is what's going to pack your yield on, So
what's the yield you're hoping to get here?
Oh man, I would say like field average here. I would say, I think we'll be, I was gonna say right in there. It should be close.
280, either side of 280.
Yep.
We could have bumped it up, but I bet we lost 10%, 15% because of storms.
Yeah, and in fact, I think this hailstorm was one of the early, I'm trying to think if I can even, was a little earlier.
A little bit later, this corn.
This corn was a little later planted. So the field we were at was like an April 23rd or 4th plant date, and this was like a May 14th or something. Yeah. So it just, you know, it still got hailed. It was up and still got hailed, but a little bit more in that, you know, smaller grass stage, you know. So, but you know, that's probably what contributes to this gap right here.
3 plants right here.
That hailstorm, it was so little, it just absolutely killed them, and they rotted away. Like they're actually just gone.
It's only 400 bushel corn in the grain or in the bag, right? The seed bag.
That's right. Exactly.
Everything after that is fighting it. And again, bugs or weather or whatever is going to take the yield.
400 bushel.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's just go that way about 10 rows and see. Maybe we'll see something, maybe we won't. Okay, so this is saying we're in it now. So this is the same starter, same mix, same hybrid, same everything, just no concept here, concept back there.
Yeah, a little milky yet.
Yep.
So Nacho got to eat sweet corn for the first time this
really?
year.
Really? What'd you think, Nacho?
Way sweeter than field corn.
I bet.
Yeah, it's corn.
I bet.
The juice in the lumps.
First time ever. That's it. I bet that was exciting.
Yeah, it was.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I never knew about sweet corn. I just grew up eating field corn.
Yeah.
Like,
You just
plant corn, go get corn, and eat corn at home.
We got Mark to come down from Concept Agritech.
We like to talk with the growers and get some of that history. That's what gave farmers returns.
We got some of Concept Sweet's success. Get that soil biology ramped up.
We're getting a little bit of everything.
So this is the program we'll be running. That's all that's in there.
Farmers deserve a nitrogen that works as hard as they do. One that stays with the crop until the job is done. It's time to turn to a better nitrogen with Pivot Bio.
Levi's using Climate Field View here to check out different variety numbers.
I can check it variety numbers and like different seed treatments and stuff like that. So this is a 21776 number right here. And then if we go a little ways that way, we can get into another variety. But like this one, you know, he got stunted by the hail quite a bit. And so he's just, see how his lower ear set and,
yep.
You know, was probably twisted up. There was some twisted up and some blowouts and stuff. And yeah, like here's another one. Here's another one. This is a fully hail issue. You know. So yeah, and like look, see down here, this stalk.
Yep.
See this mold and coming out.
So did you spray fungicide right after the hail? Trying to stop that?
This field, it was a little later than I wanted it to be.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It should have been right away, but it wasn't. And so then you're in a tough spot because it's like,
do I spend money on it
or
not?
Insurance is going to pay. And then it's like every bushel more I put into it, the more it makes, the more or less you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to make money, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one of those deals. Like, you know, here's another. I mean, if all the ears were, you know, and even like this is tipped back some and whatever, but I mean, like I said, it'll still be decent corn, but this could have been a lot better. And I wish I had a field to go show you guys that wasn't hailed, but I don't. It all got damaged at some point in time.
Raptor, that's 20 miles away.
Well, that even still got hit. Like, and here's one that just flat out killed it. I mean, that one just, she gone, you know. We just go this way. We can get into another variety.
It's a lot easier to walk sideways through my cornfield, Tim.
I've got another number. My goal is to have that cap,
no dent.
The least amount of dent in that cap, you know, for weight, for test weight.
Yep.
Nacho, what do you think? Do you agree? Yeah. You want a small dent in the cap of the corn, right?
Exactly.
Right? For weight. Because semis are weighed, you know, they don't look at them. Now this number did really good for me last year. Set my farm record last year at 325. But it was a new number and I only had 8 rows of it. So, but I mean, I don't know. It's, again, there's always, you know, for every couple good years, then, you know, there's this smaller one, you know. So it just. Nate, were you guys here after the hail?
Yeah.
We came out here.
We sure were.
Well, I guess, and it had actually recovered some by then.
It started kicking out new leaves.
Yeah. And this corn right here, this had Pivot Bio on it here. So this is why they're filled to the tip, Pivot Bio. Right? So, never know. This crop's been through a lot.
Yeah.
It's a 12 foot to the top of the tassels.
Yeah. It's got good height. We got some down there that's about this tall at the top of the tassel.
Yeah.
Mine's like this.
Barely over my head.
Where it really got smoked.
It was about here and it started completely over. It hailed it to about 6 inches tall and had to start over.
Yeah.
What number is this, Levi?
This is 214.78. This was one that set my personal best last year. I got another field that it's probably a little better than this down the road.
It has quite as hard.
Yeah, not quite as bad. I'm not convinced that the Pivot did quite a good job on the fungicide as my sprayer.
Well, with that much water volume, you think it has to wash some of it off.
Yeah, that's.
We had that discussion on the way down here. Is there like any benefit, like on your 36-inch rows, to like try and aim that? If you had like, instead of having dual direction nozzles front and back, like I would just try and hit your.
I have like, I don't know, V twin nozzles or something.
Yep.
Just pretty much want high pressure and
just making a fog.
Yeah.
But you're like, the stuff that falls here does you no good. So would it be better to have
Here's
nozzles
some sprayer
that, like,
blight
spray?
right here.
Sprayer blight.
So what are you trying to, you guys don't dry anything here. Besides just natural aeration, right?
Yep.
You don't have dryers.
We do, I
We
do.
but
I don't use it.
all of the time we get done cutting all of our beans, the corn's down to 18 or less. So
It's just throwing money away at that point, because another week is probably 12, right?
Yep. Right now, right now I just need bins at my bin site.
The wind got a hold of those too.
So right now we just loaded up Pivot Bio.
The Proven 40 product, which is very cool.
We're out looking at one of our Pivot Bio plots. I like the looks of it.
It's not leaching away in the groundwater. It's not running off when we get a hard, heavy rain.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad. The Proven 40 is doing its job.
It's that missing link that keeps my plant where it needs to be.
Pivot Bio passed the test.
So far, the Pivot Bio is checking all the boxes.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to Ohio Farm Science Review. Been going around to a bunch of different booths here, and we've seen Pivot Bio had a booth here. So we found Colin Miller here, and Colin, how's the show been going?
It's been going really well. A lot of activity in the booth, promoting our new on-seed technology. Of course, the truckie behind us is bringing some folks in. These brothers that we partnered with built one heck of a truck that folks are interested in seeing, but excited to the opportunity to talk to some customers.
All right, a couple questions that I have for you. You know, been a big fan of the Proven product. This year we used the Proven 40. I think we had it on almost every acre.
Yeah.
What's new?
The on-seed is definitely the newest technology that we've come out with. And it's just a different method of applying our microbes to the seed. It's the same two nitrogen-producing microbes that we've worked with in the past, but now we can place that directly on the seed instead of needing to work with the liquid in furrow.
So when you say place it directly on the seed, can you tell me how? Like, am I going through a seed treater? Does this go in with my talc or graphite? Or
it's going to go through a seed treater. Our Pivot Bio dealers local to your area will have access to a box-to-box seed treater. They'll treat the seed for you, and it'll be good for 60 days until you get in the ground, and you'll still get that same 40 units of N as the liquid in furrow product.
Well, that's my next question. So we're still going to get 40 pounds of nitrogen.
Still getting 40 pounds of nitrogen. You know, we ran some tests last year to see how it worked in real world situations, and mirrored what the in-furrow did almost exactly based on our results.
Can't imagine, you know, that much nitrogen in just a little speck.
Yeah, it's, you know, you're not having to deal with as much handling of product. You're not having to deal with the safety concerns around handling nitrogen. We're taking everything that goes into the production, handling, and shipping of synthetic nitrogen and putting it directly on the seed.
So you can honestly say it's on.
It's on, yeah. Yeah. You see some t-shirts around here today with that slogan all around.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you for your time, Colin. It was great catching up with you again.
Thank you.
Great setup, and I'll go ahead and drive my truck home now.
Yeah,
if that's
okay. I'll put in a good word
Does that
for you.
work? Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are now here at the Great Plains booth. One thing we wanted to look at was a Turbo Max. Got one on our farm this year. Is new to our farm this year. Really loved it. Great. I mean, we had great results with it. We did some spring tillage with it. Biggest thing that I like about it is, we can go from, 0 degrees or all the way up to 3. This spring we ran it out of 2 and 2, pulled it about 10 to 12 miles per hour.
You're talking on the gangs there too. You're pitching your
with
gangs.
the gangs. So yep, you can just change that all from the cab with the gangs. The Joker spikes did a great job breaking up the residue, and we just had about an inch or so of cover on top of that fodder, and being on 20-inch rows, we have a lot of residue.
Yep.
We have over 40,000 plants, so that is one of our concerns. We're trying to get away from the deep tillage, so this is one great tool.
So would you call this, Corey, like a vertical till machine? Is that kind of what you're after with it? Are you getting a little more tillage, you feel? What do you think?
I'm feeling I'm getting a little bit more tillage than just a vertical till. Sometimes you just have it where it breaks the stalk down, but this is minimizing the residue and incorporating it in with the dirt.
So if guys haven't pulled a machine like this, maybe give them a little idea on horsepower requirements. It's going to take a pretty good pony to pull this the speed you need to get the job done right. Am I correct in that?
That is correct. It is going to require a good amount of horsepower to pull this, depending on the size you got. Now, the one I had this year was 35 foot. We had way too big of a tractor on it, but that's just what we had. But this year, actually, we liked the Turbo Max so much, we just ordered a brand new Terra Max from Great Plains, and it's actually sitting right over here right now. We'll go take a look at that.
Let's go take a look at that.
So the main difference, you can see the spacing difference and the disc size difference. So this is going to be a true one pass. So our goal with this is we're going to be able to make one pass in the fall after harvest, and then we'll come right back in and plant right into this. So we're going to cut out an entire another pass, fuel consumption, tractor hours, and equipment wear and tear. And you can see back here in the back, they've got the dual rolling baskets that you can set from the cab with the hydraulics. So the finish is just going to be a beautiful finish.
Awesome.
With the Joker gang still.
Yes.
So our goal is about 200, or it's going to be about 10 to 12 miles per hour. We're going to have about a 640 horsepower tractor on it. So it's a 43 footer, so we should be fine with it.
Does Junior get to spend some time pulling this, or who usually pulls?
Well, we don't know.
I'm just curious.
It's a new toy, so I think we're all going to take turns.
A little bit gets it. Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome, man. I love it that you can set the back rollers.
Yeah. Yep.
Have they been doing that for a bit? That's something. Boy, I feel out of the loop a little. I suppose you can set them on the floor. That's what you're doing.
Farmers deserve a nitrogen that works as hard as they do, one that stays with the crop until the job is done. It's time to turn to a better nitrogen with Pivot Bio.